Welcome to Mile High Flood District's podcast, Changing Channels. You might notice the slight change in name. This episode is an AI experiment, and what you are about to hear is all AI. We threw episode 1 into an AI platform, and this episode is the result. A podcast about a podcast hosted by AI. Interestingly, AI did a great job of capturing key takeaways of episode 1 while completely butchering the pronunciation of everyone's name. We were so impressed with the technology's ability to extract key concepts that it inspired the new series name, Changing Channels, speaking to a wider range of contributors and topics. We hope you enjoy it.
Ever wonder what an innovation manager does?
For a flood district,
Yeah.
right?
So do we buckle up?
Okay.
This deep dive is all about how flood risk management is evolving and why it matters to you, even if you live miles from a river.
It's true.
Right.
This isn't just about sandbags and sirens anymore.
Yeah.
We're talking cutting-edge tech,
Right.
unexpected partnerships, and yes, Eve AI
Oh, right.
making waves,
Literally.
pun intended,
Yeah.
in how we keep dry.
To get into the nitty-gritty,
Yeah.
we dug into a podcast from,
podcast.
of all places,
Okay.
the Mile High Flood District,
Interesting.
featuring their innovation manager,
Okay.
John Valines.
Civil engineer by training,
Oh, wow.
futurist by passion. I mean, John's the perfect guide to show us how this field is changing faster than ever.
So, to kick things off,
Okay.
John's background got us thinking innovation in a field like civil engineering,
Right.
where public safety is paramount, must be different from,
Totally.
say, the fast-paced world of Silicon Valley? Or
Absolutely.
Or-
John pointed out, you can't just throw out the rule book
Right.
when designing bridges or flood control systems.
Yeah.
There's a necessary level of caution,
Right.
but it raises a fascinating question.
Is the engineering world being appropriately cautious? Or are there missed opportunities to be bolder, to embrace innovation
Yeah.
more aggressively?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's a great question.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
It's something that John is clearly wrestling with.
Okay.
He's constantly searching for ways to push boundaries
Okay.
within those crucial safety constraints.
Yeah.
One way the Mile High Flood District is doing that
Mm-hmm.
is through their platform Confluence.
Right.
Yeah.
Confluence.
Initially, it was envisioned as this all-encompassing platform,
Okay.
a one-stop shop for everything flood-related.
Like the whole 9 yards.
But it turns out
Yeah.
it was a bit like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Right.
It's a common problem.
Yeah.
Think about those massive government websites you've
Yeah.
probably navigated.
Ugh,
Not exactly user-friendly.
not at all.
So they're shifting gears,
Okay.
moving toward a concierge service model for Confluence.
Okay, so instead of expecting everyone to become Confluence experts overnight,
Right.
they're providing a more personalized approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Highlights an important point.
What's that?
Sometimes even the most well-intentioned innovations need real-world tweaking
Yeah,
to make them truly user-friendly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But let's dive into a technology that's often seen as the opposite of human.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence.
Right.
John's incredibly bullish on AI's potential to revolutionize how engineers work.
Totally.
He even shared an anecdote about using AI for note-taking
Okay.
during conferences.
And which led to a surprising discovery.
What was that?
The AI was able to identify connections and themes
Interesting.
that he, a seasoned professional,
Yeah.
had missed. It's like having an extra brain in the room,
Really?
helping you see the bigger picture.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's not just about AI taking over tasks,
Right.
but about enhancing our own abilities.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Right?
Like, think about it this way.
Okay.
Remember that home renovation project
Okay.
you were planning?
Yeah.
Imagine using AI
Okay.
to design the drainage system,
Oh, wow.
ensuring your dream backyard
Yeah.
doesn't become a swamp after a heavy rain.
Right.
That's the kind of time-saving, insight-generating
Right.
power AI brings to the table.
That's huge.
Yeah.
But like any powerful tool,
Yeah.
there are considerations.
Right,
Right?
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
John was very upfront about the potential pitfalls.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't want to blindly trust a system
Right.
that might have inherent biases.
Okay.
It's about using AI
Right.
to augment human judgment,
Mm-hmm.
not replace it.
So more like AI as a partner.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about understanding how to leverage these tools effectively,
Right.
as John put it.
Yep.
Someone who can use AI well could potentially take your job.
Oh, wow.
It's a wake-up call to adapt and evolve our skill sets.
It makes you think,
Yeah.
could someone who uses AI better do your job?
Right.
Something to ponder.
Definitely.
But let's shift gears
Okay.
to another exciting concept John discussed.
What's that?
Digital twins.
Okay.
Imagine this.
Yep.
A real-time 3D model
Right.
of an entire river system,
Wow.
constantly updated with data from various sources.
Like what?
Drones equipped with LiDAR sensors,
Uh-huh.
capturing precise elevation data,
Okay.
sensors on bridges,
Mhm.
monitoring water levels,
Okay.
even crowdsourced photos from social media.
Really?
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that picture someone posts on Instagram of a flooded park
Mm-hmm.
could actually become valuable data.
You got it.
Wow.
Our phones automatically tag location and direction,
Right.
making these seemingly ordinary photos incredibly useful
Okay.
for understanding how floodwaters move in real time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So it's not just a static model,
Right.
but a living, breathing representation
Yeah.
of the river,
Yeah.
constantly evolving.
It's wild.
And that kind of dynamic modeling
Yeah.
could revolutionize how we manage flood risk. We're talking about more proactive and targeted interventions,
Right.
potentially even preventing disasters before they happen.
That would be amazing.
That's a game changer.
It is.
Speaking of game changers,
Yeah.
John really emphasized the importance of partnerships
Absolutely.
in driving innovation,
For sure.
especially collaborations
Yeah.
between public and private sectors.
He shared a great example
Oh, really?
involving the Mile High Flood District
Okay.
and Naranjo Civil Constructors,
Mm-hmm.
a private construction company.
Interesting.
They realized they were wasting time and money
How so?
because design information wasn't easily translatable
Uh-huh.
to the contractor's GPS-guided equipment.
Ah, yes.
You see the problem.
They were essentially speaking different technological languages, right?
Yeah, exactly. But instead of throwing up their hands,
Yeah.
they collaborated on a solution.
What was it?
Designers started incorporating key elevation points
Okay.
directly into their models,
Oh, wow.
saving the contractor time,
Okay.
reducing errors,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately benefiting everyone involved,
Right.
including taxpayers like you.
That's huge.
Right.
It highlights the power of project partnering, as John calls it.
Yeah.
It's not just about avoiding finger pointing.
Right.
It's about recognizing that when innovation wins, everyone wins.
Everybody wins.
Think about your own experiences with bureaucratic processes.
Uh,
How often have you encountered situations where it feels like everyone's protecting their turf
all the time.
instead of working together?
Right.
Oh,
I've been there.
it's so frustrating. It's frustrating and inefficient,
Yes.
and that's what John's challenging.
Totally.
He sees the value in bringing everyone to the table.
Mhm.
Designers,
Yeah.
engineers,
Mm.
contractors,
Yeah.
government agencies,
Right.
to streamline processes,
Yeah.
break down silos,
Mm.
and create a more agile and responsive system.
Totally.
And technology can play a huge role in facilitating that kind of communication and collaboration.
It's true.
It's like that old saying,
That's that.
if you want to go fast, go alone.
Right.
If you want to go far, go together.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this really highlights,
Totally.
is that,
Yeah.
we really need to be working together
That's
if we're
right.
going to solve these really big problems.
Yeah.
And that's what John's advocating for.
Totally.
A more collaborative, transparent, and future-focused approach to flood risk management.
It's the only way.
And you know what really struck me at the end of the podcast?
What's that?
John issued this inspiring call to action. He wants to hear your innovative ideas.
Oh, wow.
Like, he really emphasized that
Right.
even small suggestions can spark big changes.
Absolutely.
That sometimes the most groundbreaking solutions come from unexpected places.
You never know
Right.
where the next great idea is going to come from.
Yeah. So to all our listeners, we're
Yeah.
putting the question to you.
Okay.
What innovative ideas are you sitting on?
Yeah.
How can we better prepare for the future of flood risk management?
It's going to take all of us thinking about this.
Because it's a field that's constantly evolving.
Right.
And as we've seen from just this one conversation,
Yeah.
there's a tidal wave of exciting innovation happening right now.
Absolutely.
But it takes all of us
For sure.
staying informed,
Yep.
challenging the status quo and contributing to a more resilient future.
Totally.
Because, as John put it so perfectly,
How do you put it?
the way we've been doing things isn't serving us very well anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a sentiment that resonates far beyond flood risk management.
Oh, absolutely.
You think?
Totally.
Like, it applies to so many aspects of our lives.
So many things
Right.
that need to be rethought and reevaluated.
So let's keep those innovative ideas flowing.
Let's do it.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this.
Okay.
If our current ways of working are becoming obsolete, as John suggests,
Mm-hmm.
what will replace them?
Right.
And more importantly,
Yeah.
how can we prepare ourselves to not just survive,
Right.
but thrive in that future?
That's what I want to know. What's the answer?
Food for thought.
Yeah.
It's our next deep dive.
I'll be thinking about it. Until then.